There she is, the Infiniti. Got some bad news about this car. YouTube video. Let's get it started right now. Let's get into it. Hey guys, so basically this is a update on the Infiniti G35. You know, I had put it out there in a couple videos that I was getting this thing looked at a couple weekends ago, Saturday. Well, I did, and then, you know, it's frustrating. It's frustrating, especially when somebody you thought you could count on was going to help you out and they really didn't. And so we're going to get into it right now, so let's go. So, last Saturday, this is 2 Saturdays ago, I had a buddy of mine, this is the same buddy that helped me fix the Caprice out there, come over, and we had diagnosed the dead cylinder, cylinder 5. Cylinder 5's compression came back good. He drove all the way here for 2 hours because he moved out of Central Florida, but he said he's going to come help me. I did pay him for this help. So just want to make that very clear here. He didn't do it for free. I did have to pay him. But basically he came over and got into the car, and we'll get into it, what's going on. So basically did the compression test. Compression test came back good. And he asked me to buy a new injector and have the valve cover gaskets and intake manifold gaskets ready to go. That way, if the compression test came back good, we can just go ahead and try to throw the new injector in there and get this thing fixed. So basically, compression test, he did the compression testing. It came back good. He started taking the intake manifold off. He started taking everything else off. Sorry, I wanted to switch over to see it. But yeah, basically, intake came off. Intake manifold came off. He also took the valve covers off. I don't know. It's just the whole thing is, I'm still kind of frustrated with it. But basically, once he started to put the new injector in, you know, he just, I don't know. It's hard to explain what's going on. We found some other things. Number one, the intake manifold actually has a spacer on it. So this is a stupid little piece of plastic you put in between your intake manifold and the top of the intake manifold. It's supposed to give you more displacement, apparently. I think it's stupid. So does he, but, you know, so whatever. I apologize if I'm coming off a little agitated, but I am. So, but basically, so another thing that happened is he brought his new girlfriend over here. She was sitting out here sweating her ass off. I ended up offering her a chair. I ended up getting her a fan, but you could tell she didn't want to be here. Not sure why he brought her. I don't get that, you know, and I didn't say nothing at the time, and I wasn't going to say anything about it, but I could tell he just wanted to get the job done and get the hell out of here and get back to where he had to go with his girl. I'm just like, I don't know. The whole thing really bugged me out. So like I said, he gets everything back together, puts the new valve cover gaskets in, puts the intake manifold gaskets in, and he basically hurries up and tries to get the car put back together. We start the car. The car seems to be running pretty decent. It's not misfiring on cylinder 5 anymore. But, you know, it's running a little rough. We chalked it up to maybe it's just been sitting for a little bit. And before I can even try to take this car for a test drive, he's asking me for the money and he wants to get back home. So we were letting the car run. It seemed to be running good. I was going to try to take it for a test drive, but I ended up paying him, which I shouldn't have done. And he left. So turn the car off. I come back out, you know, and move my car and all that. And I decide I want to take this thing for a test drive. And I take it for a test drive, and immediately it's misfiring again, and it's misfiring worse than it was before. And not only that, as I'm starting to drive down the street, it's smoking like crazy. It's just so much smoke coming out of the back of the car. So I basically had to do what I had to do, turn it back around, and I got it back to the house. It was running so bad, I didn't even want to try to turn around and back it into the driveway. I literally was just ripped it back into the garage, like you can see now, forwards, and turned the car off. I turned the car off. I get out here, and there's so much smoke coming out of the engine. It's crazy. So I actually took a video of this, and at this point, I couldn't even believe what was going on. And you can even see there's oil all over this radiator hose. This is crazy. So I'm going to show you the video now. Take a look at this. This is basically what it looked like after I got the car turned off. All right, you saw the video, so you can still see some of the smoke coming off the car. And then, yeah, I look around and there's 2 oil trails coming from each valve cover, dripping all the way down, all the way down my driveway. There's oil trails going hold on. You can still see some of the oil. That's all the oil that basically dripped down because of the elevation of my driveway. You can see the line right there. That's all came from the car. And then that basically, you can see, there's an oil trail that came out all the way here. It went down the road, and you can see where I drove back up the road and drove back. Some of that oil is dissipated now, but it was fresh the day that this happened. So long story short, I text him. I literally tell him what's going on. This was only maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes after he left. He was like, well, is it coming from the bottom of the engine? He's asking me questions in the text message, and I'm telling him no. I then asked him, hey man, are you gonna be able to come back over here and get this fixed? And he said that I'm gonna come by next weekend. So I texted him last Thursday and said, hey man, are you gonna be able to come over here and get by and get the car done? And I haven't heard back from him. I know he's seen the text message. I'm not stupid. It's not like, yo, you didn't see it. It's now Thursday of next week. So this was a week ago. I sent him this text message and he ghosted me. And my personal way I deal with people who want to screw me over or ghost me or not fix the problem they created is I'm like, cool. Now I know I can't trust you. And now I know I can never, ever, ever trust you to ever say anything truthful to me ever again. And I know I will never, ever use you for help ever again. And I will never pay you ever again. But I'm not some of these other guys. I'm not going to blast this guy on social media. He knows who he is. He could have just easily messaged me back. And I haven't messaged him back because, once again, I don't even want to talk to him anymore. I'm so fucking pissed off what happened to this damn car. And he's the one who did the work. It's not like anybody else touched this car other than him. And now it's worse than it was before he touched the car. And I'm pissed. So that's it. Video over. Not much more to tell you guys. Car is fucked up right now and I can't fix it myself. And I don't have a lot more money to put into this freaking car right now. So, unless I try to YouTube University this mother effer, I'm stuck right now. I am stuck. And this sucks. This really sucks because the freaking compression on the cylinder was good. The motor wasn't bad. And now it's worse than it was before. And this is a guy I've talked to and hung out with before and seen before. And he worked on my Caprice and other people know this guy. And yeah, he totally screwed me over. And he knows he did, What would you call it? Oh, okay, you didn't get back to me. That means you're fucking ghosting me and you don't want to fucking fix the problem you created. So, and I paid you money. So, anyway, rant over. Whole point to this is if you use people that you think do good work and they screw you over, just don't ever use them again and cut them out of your life. Rant, speak your piece, but then be done with it. So anyway, that's it for the video, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to me rant and rave and whine and cry. I'm over this. I want this car to be fixed. And at the time, the money I gave this guy was the last little bit of money I had that I could spend on this car. And now I don't have any more money to spend on this car. And I have a non-running car. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe.